Hi. So we're back for day 5 of our physical health journey, and I'm Laura. I'm 63. I've lived a very full life. I'm happily married to the man of my dreams, but we didn't meet until we were in our mid 50s, so never give up. And I don't sell products on this YouTube. So, but I do want to uh, give you some good ideas, like things that I've learned that are really helpful. And one of them is aromatherapy. So, like, I was feeling a little blah this morning, and I put in some cinnamon. And I'm going to come forward here and switch the around so you could see in the background that the light's changing. That's my aromatherapy machine. I don't know what they're called. Diffuser. That's what they're called. And I've got the lights going, different colors, and it's sending out cinnamon to space. So that's just one little trick that I'm going to share with you today. Now, the second thing is, I've read this before, but I'm going to read it again just to boost your mood. You might say this. It's my attitude is gratitude. My wealth is health. I am lovable. I am loved. I am blessed. I do my part. God does the rest. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's a great thing to just remind yourself that all you really have is time, and just make the most out of every moment. And you really can't be doing more than one thing at a time. So, well, maybe that's not true. I had heard that from a 90-year-old woman who's now passed, but she was a lovely person, and she used to remind me all the time that you can only think about one thing at a time, I think is what she would say. So I guess it's true. You can only think about one thing at a time. You could be doing yoga stretches and chatting with someone, or going for a walk and chatting. So yeah, we'll say you can do two things at a time, but you can only think about one. So think about the things that are good and that you enjoy. And even if there's something like you're handling that's difficult, for me it would be like legal situations where it really bothers me when people, especially like a big company, rips me off or rips off like anyone, especially when they're poor people and they get ripped off. And so, to think about those things is probably depressing unless you have a complete, I'm going to use the word paradigm shift in your thinking. So, really thinking about the good that you can do and the next step that you could take to make the situation better. So right now, the best thing that I can do with the next few minutes is do some stretching and breathing. And I'm breathing in the cinnamon aroma. And now I'm going to go into the old standard forward fold. And this is just the nicest exercise. You could breathe in deep and exhale. And you can be wearing anything as long as it's comfortable. And exhale, and just let yourself fold over. And it's okay if you're here, this is where you are. If you're sitting up straight and tall and that feels like you're working, then that's where you are. So, but otherwise, you can fold forward. And as life changes, as I'm learning, our bodies change and we aren't doing what we were the day before. So just notice where you are today. And I'm going to let the air go in my nose and out. In and out. Just reach over. Oh, it's feeling so good. Let yourself make a little noise. Hopefully there's no one around. Hopefully, if you're in your office, you might not want to be sounding like, ah. Okay. Well, then just lift yourself up and you come to an easy sit. Whatever is comfortable for you. I'm going to move back just one little bit so that my head doesn't get cut off. And let's breathe in. And as you breathe out, bring that left hand down to the floor and reach over with the right. Oh. And then we're going to lift it up and over to the right with your left arm reaching out. And lift up. We're going to go once more. Taking the right arm, lifting, reaching your fingertips out. And now one more. Reaching with the left arm. Oh. And now we're going to come up with both arms up and then do a twist. So you're going to reach back behind you. Your right hand placed on your left knee to give yourself a little bit of an extra twist. And then breathing in. And as you breathe out, let's bring the arms up and come to the center and twist the other direction. The breath is really the important part. And we're going to lift up to the center and down. And now we're going to take, I don't know if you could see this, I'm going to move back just a bit. Your left leg is bent and your right leg goes on top, if this is accessible to you. Okay, so we're still only on day 5. If this is not accessible to you, then an easier thing to do would be to just come into a straddle and walk your hands forward. That's a nice, easy one. But for those who are capable of this, we're going to do fire log. That's one leg on top of the other. And exhale. Breathe in. And exhale. And then we're going to switch the legs. If you opted to take just a straddle, then you can stay there. You could come up and take a rest. Otherwise, you've got your right leg on the bottom, your left leg on top, perfectly aligned. This is a nice stretch. And now we're going to take our legs behind us and come into all fours with your hands directly under your shoulders. And it's an arch. Turn to the side a little bit here. So we're going to arch and then round. And arch and round. Arch and round. And one more, arch and round. And now letting your hips come back to rest on your heels. You could open your knees about shoulder distance and then walk your hands forward into a nice open child's pose, or extended child's pose. And then coming back up to your hands and knees, you're going to tuck your toes behind you and then lift your hips up towards the ceiling, and you're in a downward facing dog. I watched a man from India leading a yoga, and he calls this mountain pose. I'll show you what they call mountain pose in the United States in a moment. Right now, let's push our heels down towards the ground and then walk them forward, your feet forward towards your hands until you're just hanging in a ragdoll, and then roll up one vertebrae at a time. Oh, okay, and so you can't see my head, but we're just standing here in what the United States people call a mountain pose. Now bringing your hands to heart center. Breathe in, take your arms up over your head, let them down, breathing out. And that will be our 5th day of our physical health journey. And I encourage you to either lay down on your back in Shavasana, like corpse pose, with your hands towards your sides and your feet just relaxed, and you can take a few moments to just enjoy the way you feel after you stretch. Or if you've been invigorated and you're uplifted, then this would be a good time to either go for a walk or to just go attack your day. So enjoy whatever you do. I'll see you tomorrow.